Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. Some of you are probably just going to pass out as soon as you see the fact that I'm holding another 1911. I know. Over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten in a couple of guns from American Tactical. A couple of their different versions of the 1911s. We saw earlier last week, we saw their new hybrid 45, and we also have an entire line manufactured in the Philippines called the American Tactical M1911 GI series. Now this particular one is a Commander series, which means it has a shorter barrel, but it has the full-length grip. But this one's chambered at 9mm. Give you some interesting background on the 9mm. Now, as you guys know, Colt for a long time made 9mm 1911 models. However, that all stopped probably in the late 1990s, and there was a reason for that. When General Keyes took the helm at Colt, he basically said at a meeting in there that says that as long as he was in charge of Colt, there would not be any 9mm pistols coming out of there. He was an adamant 1911 fan of the 45 auto. It's what he carried in the Marine Corps. So basically, Colt stopped all production of 9mm caliber pistols, whether it be 1911 type or, you know, God forbid they come up with something that was new that would actually compete for law enforcement and military. However, a lot of other companies did continue to build 1911s that were chambered 9mm. And why would you want to do that? Well, there are some, especially overseas. Again, 45 is an American thing. It's not a universal thing. So you have other countries who would like the 1911, but they will get it in a caliber they could get ammunition for, which is the 9mm. And of course, comparing this, this 9mm to the same gun, the same caliber as the 45 auto, there's a big difference in recoil. This pistol is quite controllable, much easier to control than the 45 auto, in the exact same design. So there definitely is some benefit to having a 9mm in this caliber. Now the magazine itself is, I believe it's a 9-round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9-round. Single column magazine. The pistol itself is parkerized, typical military grade type parkerizing. You do have a slit on the top of the barrel that shows you whether it's loaded or not. Your sights are a little more high profile than the standard government sights, so they are a little bit higher. But the gun is an exact replica or duplicate of a 1911 in every which way. The pistol is very smooth. This was definitely very, very well made. We'll take a look at the inside of it a little bit and see how the machining is on it. Taking a look at the actual receivers, the frame and the slide, you can see it just very, very well machined. You see no tool marks. A very, very good job. I can't really find any faults with it anywhere. You will notice that these are all basically, I guess you want to call it 70 series, meaning there is no firing pin blocks, so these stay true to the original 1911 design. So if you were to want to carry this pistol, I would not want to recommend you do it carrying it cocked and locked. I actually have had court cases while I was a forensic firearm examiner, which one of these pistols was dropped from 5 feet with it cocked and locked, and just the inertia from the firing pin going forward was enough to set the cartridge off. So these are not safe guns to fire or to carry loaded. If they're dropped, they go. If you want a gun to carry loaded, you want one with a passive firing pin block. But if you want a good military pistol to carry, you carry unloaded, and then you just pull your slide back and you're ready to go. These are excellent options. I really can't see anything negative about these compared to anybody else's. I mean, the finish is very well done. Barrel, it's a 6 left, typical Colt pattern type rifling, 9x19, and all your components, again, very, very well made. So as any other typical type 1911, this does have an updated beaver tail type grip safety, which is definitely a nice enhancement. It has your flat mainspring housing, which is more of the original 1911 versus the 1911 A1. The trigger is about 6 pounds. It weighed just in at 6 pounds. It has some creep to it. It's it's your typical what you would expect of a military grade type trigger. We're going to take it to the range now. We're going to see how she shoots. We're going to put a few rounds to the American Tactical M1911 GI. This is actually a Commander style. chambered in 9x19 or 9mm Luger. Fortunately, we only have one magazine for this one, so ammunition is provided by Jeff Hoffman over at Black Hills, as well as Sig Sauer, Sig Performance Ammunition. Very soft shooting pistol. Now, certainly somebody who's looking for a pistol and they want to definitely be in a reasonable price range, they don't want to go out and spend $1,000 on a 1911. These pistols are an excellent option. They're excellent value, excellent quality. They're going to do whatever you want them to do. The America Tactical has excellent customer service if there's ever any issues with with anything. But these are very well built 1911s, and I think anybody who's looking for a GI type 1911, this is certainly one way to look. I do have on order one of their standard 1911 GIs 5-inch 45s, so we're going to look forward to doing something with that one in the near future as well. I hope you enjoy this video. Please click like and please subscribe and please share. Thank you.